UK made history when they released the first television commercial ever made by Norsk Data.
In India, we are about to sign an agreement with the Electronics Corporation of India Limited, giving Norsk Data what is essentially a 2-year monopoly on 32-bit computers in that country. Also in India, production of the ND100s has already been started by ND's joint venture in India, Norsk Data India Limited.
ND Comtech is rapidly becoming one of the most important members of the Norsk Data family. ND Report gives a brief outline of Comtech's products and product philosophy.
These are the headlines of this issue of ND Report. In addition to these topics, we will also give you a quick overview of what's happening in ND before closing with, believe it or not, a pop video. In the autumn of 1985, ND UK made a television commercial as part of an advertising campaign. Screening started in February this year. This is the first attempt by Norsk Data in television, and the commercial will be aired 40 times on London Weekend Television and Channel 4. When watching, remember that the commercial is not a standalone, but part of a campaign. It fits nicely into this context.
Norsk Data, Europe's leading maker of super mini computer systems, is now very much at home in Britain. So welcome to our new headquarters, to the innovation, flexibility, swift response and sheer effort that makes Norsk Data so utterly different.
In India, Norsk Data has now formed a joint venture with Income, our former agent in this country. Norsk Data India Limited is owned 60% by Income and 40% by Norsk Data. Norsk Data India Limited started production of ND100s in December 85 and will start selling in April. According to Mr. Sambasiva Rao, Manager of Development, ND India expects to produce about 50 ND100s by June 1987. ND has also formed an agreement with the Electronics Corporation of India Limited, ESIL, concerning production of the ND500 series. You need a permission from the Ministry of Electronics to buy a computer in India, and ESIL is appointed by the Ministry to build up a national computer industry. This means that the agreement with ESIL in effect gives us a 2-year monopoly on 32-bit computers in India. The agreement includes transferal of the ND500 technology to ESIL. Systems integration is expected to start early in 1987, while the actual manufacturing is planned to start in the autumn of 1987. Today there are about 15 ND systems in India. If ESIL can make its plans, the number will be between 300 and 500 in 5 years. We round off our India report with a true story showing Indian perseverance. Due to the monsoon flood, 10 full cases of parts were left in half a meter of water for 10 days at the production plant in Madras. So what did the Indians do? They bought 2 hairdryers and got to work drying out the components. The result was ND India's first ND100 computer.
With subsidiaries in Sweden, Denmark, the UK and Germany, as well as activities in Iceland, Finland and Austria, ND Comtech is one of Europe's leading suppliers of computer systems for the graphic industry. At present, the Nortex product family is an integrated system handling editing, advertisements, administrative functions, circulation, production, office automation and communication. The 2 empty boxes hide this year's hottest news from ND Comtech, page makeup and picture handling. When these are available in the spring of 1987, the Nortex family will truly be a total information system. To give you an idea of the benefits of a Nortex system, we can use the example of Ringerikes Blad, a daily newspaper at Hønefoss in Norway, with a circulation of 14,000. According to the assistant editor, Ingvar Ellingsen, gains in productivity and savings in costs are quite dramatic.
After we started up with the Nortex 100, we have reduced the cost of the technical production of each newspaper side with about 150 to 200 kroner. And the production cost for each newspaper side is now down at about 800 kroner.
As the average number of pages is about 18, this means that the daily savings is about 3,500 Norwegian kroner in the graphics department alone. On an annual basis, this amounts to nearly 1 million Norwegian kroner, or a 15 to 20% savings.
The page makeup and picture handling system are currently being worked on at R&D both in Oslo and Trondheim. According to ND Comtech, the main characteristics of the page makeup system will be high functionality, a reasonable price level, user-friendliness and integration of text and image handling. Besides regular page makeup, it is expected that design of display ads will be the most important area of use. Graphically, the system can be sketched like this. Text is written into the familiar news editing or net terminal. From here is also added graphics. Logos can be input from the low-cost logo scanner. This is very important, for example, for ads. Pictures and drawings are finally included through the picture scanner. The actual page or ad design is then performed on the workstation, a modified Ericsson PC. The monitor will have a resolution of about 1 million pixels, which is 4 to 5 times as much as with the current graphic option in the net terminal. The new workstation retrieves articles from the Nortext text system and, for example, low-resolution pictures from the picture database. The operator can then work interactively on all elements. Text and pictures are displayed on the screen simultaneously. Pictures can be positioned, cropped and sized, text can be moved and edited. Typographical changes like fonts, font size, etc. can be performed under full control. What you see is what you get. Larger organizations might also want to edit the pictures themselves. This can be done on the picture editing workstation, where all kinds of picture makeup, including addition and deletion of elements, can be performed.
As can be seen from this sketch of ND Comtech's products, ND Comtech is very much a part of Norsk Data. The vast majority of products sold by Comtech are standard ND products. Also, there is an increasing level of integration between the Nortext and Notice and Dialog families. Because of this, a group was set up to evaluate the market potential of an even closer relationship between ND Comtech and Norsk Data products as regards to the CAP, or the computer-aided publishing market. Eva Fosby asked a group member, Steinar Livgård of ND Comtech, to describe a typical CAP prospect.
A typical CAP prospect is a larger organization or a company which is producing text of high typographical quality, where the main function is not text production.
In Scandinavia alone, it is estimated that there are about 2,200 companies able to invest the necessary 900,000 Norwegian kroner. This investment can be paid off in 3 years with an internal interest rate of 15%, with an annual production of 1,000 pages of text and illustrations.
CAP seems to be a segment lying somewhere between today's Norsk Data and ND Comtech. What consequences will the launching of CAP have on future product development?
I would believe that Notice and Nortext is growing closer and closer as the years comes, and things which is missing in the Notice will be found in Nortext and vice versa. For example, the Notice VP editor is the editor of Nortext editorial system, and I think that you will see that they will fulfill each other within near future.
And what about organizational consequences?
I think that the CAP market will be covered by Norsk Data as a general product to all the larger organizations and larger companies which Norsk Data today is covering by its traditional sales organization. ND Comtech might be a resource organization helping the traditional sales organization in heavy cases, and I think that will be a situation which will be the one for the first period, but this situation or this market has to be covered by Norsk Data because text and illustration is a natural part of all information systems in the future.
During 1986, 12 Norsk Data subsidiaries will take part in a total of 40 exhibitions. One of these is CeBIT in Hanover, which took place from the 12th to the 19th of March. With a total floor space of 300,000 square meters, CeBIT is said to be the world's largest data exhibition. Norsk Data Germany had 2 stands at CeBIT, one for Technovision and one more general, showing ADP and Office support. The main strategy of ND Germany was to use the exhibition as a neutral ground to meet invited customers and known prospects, not to catch the interest of new ones. It is reported that the Technovision stand was very successful. Here, ND Germany had managed to make a number of prestigious customers participate, with operators working on and explaining the use of Technovision in their daily work. The Japanese seem to be the ones having most faith in the occasion. Sharp, Canon, Casio, NEC, Panasonic, all had stands of more than 2,000 square meters. Panasonic had built 30 conference rooms on their stand. As for news, the most important was the laser discs presented by Control Data, Fujitsu and Hitachi. These are still write ones only, but this is countered by a storage capacity 2 to 3 times larger than ordinary discs and a price 30 to 40% lower. The write ones problem might turn out to be a short-term problem, since Sony claimed that they will have fully rewritable discs on the market within 2 years. Among PCs, this year's hero seems to be the new Commodore Amiga, claimed to do anything a Macintosh can do, plus more, much faster and for half the price. Judging from CeBIT, the market trends seems to be workstations, integration, distribution, end-user orientation and computer-integrated manufacturing.
ND Denmark has entered into collaboration with Data Inform AS, a company with about 190 employees and a turnover of 100 million Norwegian kroner. Norsk Data has also become a shareholder in Data Inform with substantial influence. Data Inform offers complete solutions in auditing, trade and industry, both as a service bureau and a sales organization. On a long-term basis, it is intended that Data Inform will take over a good deal of software development for ND's activities in Denmark.
Unique, a Norwegian software house cooperating with Norsk Data, is going international. For a start, they will establish themselves in Newbury. Later, they will also be present in West Germany and Sweden, functioning as part of the ND pre-sales organization.
For quite some time now, ND Sweden has been running a number of stunning advertisements, mostly in Svenska Dagbladet, one of Sweden's largest newspapers and the one most frequently read by businessmen. Svenska Dagbladet has now made a kind of company image test, based on a qualified subset of subscribers. The test group was asked to answer questions on their attitude to companies and their confidence to the company's leadership. Even for those familiar with the work done by the Swedes, it might be a surprise that Norsk Data came out as number 15. Among computer companies, Norsk Data was second only to IBM. Hewlett-Packard rated as number 21 and DEC as number 26, while Ericsson Information Systems came out as a disastrous number 99.
For the first time in ND's history, we have staged our own cabaret. Put together by a group of enthusiasts, the cabaret, titled Hardware Café, was shown during the last week of April.
På avdelingsfesten så får jeg høre når han danser med kona til sjefen. Du svetter lite til å være så feil.
Fortell ikke meg at du er hellykke, og at solen alltid går frem til deg. Har du skjønt nye aksjeordninger? Nei, det er gærent. Men Oskar, han har skjønt det sånn at 2 ganger i året så måtte han ta opp ekstra banklån for å få ut lønninga si.
After talking to some of the guests, we got the impression that no one wanted it to last another 20 years till the next time. We couldn't agree more. The entire performance was recorded on video, and copies can be ordered from corporate marketing. Just remember that it's all in Norwegian.
The revised results for 1985 were released on the 22nd of April. Total revenues in 85 were 1,888,000,000 Norwegian kroner, an increase of 38% compared to 1984. Pre-tax profit was 364 million Norwegian kroner, up 56%, and order backlog was 419.8 million Norwegian kroner, up 47%. These and other figures are of course presented in the annual report, which has been sent to all shareholders. Together with the annual report, shareholders also received Solutions, our new company presentation brochure, and the latest issue of ND News. Solutions is a delicate brochure presenting ND as a company, our products, and customer references. The latest ND News is mostly dedicated to integration. In addition, there is a portrait of ND Norway, information on product releases, and the familiar news in brief section. For the International Sales Meeting in January, ND Norway and Corporate Marketing produced an ND Notice Pop video. Judging from the orders, this must have become a smash hit in the entire organization. Upon massive request, we therefore end this issue of ND Report with the Notice song. See you next time.
My mood is dark as October. The day is far from over, and work is overflowing. My desk chaos is showing. You know the way. Then I heard there were alternatives for me, and I went straight away to see. From now on my blue days are over. Notice was made for me, I think. It will work at my smallest wing. I can see it was made for me. Quality is the stripe, just one thing you see. Now my desk is really clean. It is up here on the screen. Notice was made for me, I think. It will work at my smallest wing. I can see it was made for me. Quality is the stripe, just one thing you see. Now my desk is really clean. It is up here on the screen. I never retype a letter. My files have never been better. I do my own calculation and have full integration. This is the way. I got report updates when I require, and send the mail I desire. Notice makes the difference. You just try and see. Notice was made for me, I think. It will work at my smallest wing. I can see it was made for me. Quality is the stripe, just one thing you see. Now my desk is really clean. It is up here on the screen. Notice was made for me, I think. It will work at my smallest wing. I can see it was made for me. Quality is the stripe, just one thing you see. Now my desk is really clean. It is up here on the screen. Quality is the stripe, just one thing.